Hey guys, today in this video we're going to talk about three different kind of samples that you have to get. Because I think everyone out there in the world, especially in the Facebook groups, we're always talking about, getting samples and that samples are too expensive and that suppliers are overcharging us for the samples. So I just wanted to kind of make that really clear that there are actually three kind of samples that you should be getting. And one kind of sample that you should be getting every time you place a new order. And I'm going to talk about all of these three in today's video. Where most people make the mistake is that they go and the very first sample that they get is the sample including all of their changes. If you're in the FBA business, or if you're thinking about starting, your own Amazon business, the thing that you should be doing is get samples from different suppliers just to see if their quality is all right. There's no need to get samples including, your logo on the product and including your changes, you have it in a different color and your packaging. There's no need for all of this stuff. Don't waste your time on that. That's the biggest time waste that I see, because that's actually the part that takes the longest, right? So the very first sample that you should get, I call it the simple sample, okay? Because it doesn't have any of your changes, it doesn't have any packaging, it doesn't have anything. In the moment when you go, you reach out to different suppliers for your product. What you want to be reaching out to is for quotations so that you know the price, and then to send you a sample, okay? Sample then gives you the quality. So you only want to know what's the quality of that supplier. You don't even need to care about, can they do the logo? How does the packaging look like? It doesn't even matter. We'll get there eventually to all of those. So the very first thing, simple sample. Number one, simple sample. Once you chose the supplier with the best quality or with the quality that works for you and the price that works for you, then you go and get the customized sample. And that's the second sample. First, simple. Second, customized. And the customized sample, that's actually your sample with your logo, with your changes, with your packaging, all of that stuff. But you only get that from one supplier. Okay? So you reach out for multiple suppliers and get samples from multiple suppliers for your simple sample. But you only get one customized sample from your supplier that you actually chose already. Okay? Because it's a pain in the ass to go after 4 or 5 or 6 suppliers that could possibly be your supplier, and you go back and forth with each of them to get your customized sample. Because what's going to happen, and that's why this kind of sample takes the longest. The more changes you ask for, the longer it takes, and it's never really happening that they get the customized sample right out of the batch. That usually doesn't happen. You ask them for a red sample with your logo on it, and then they send you a red sample, but it's not really red, it's pink. You go back and say, hey, the sample is pink, I need it red, and my logo was missing. Then they do it, and then they put your logo, it's red, your logo is on it, but your logo is upside down, so you have to go back to them. Please get me another sample. It's no matter how well you describe the things, and no matter how much you think they can't screw anything up anymore, they're gonna find a way. There's always a way to get that wrong. And that's also one of the other reasons, by the way, why it's a great idea to have a sourcing agent or someone in China that can receive your customized samples, check them and say, well, that's pink. You don't even want to have that. So that you save all of the time and all of the shipping. But that's your second sample, okay? So first, simple sample off the shelf. The reason why we get that, just to get the quality. Second, your customized sample from the supplier you already picked based on that sample. And then the third sample you want to get, we call it the golden sample. Because the golden sample then is the last sample you get before you place your order. You always have to get a golden sample. So you have to say, hey supplier, before we place this order, please send me one more time a sample of the product that you made for me. Just with everything again, with the packaging, with the color changes, with all of the things that you did before for me. And now you're doing it again. But please just send me a sample before, just to confirm kind of the quality and if everything's fine. What's going to happen a lot is, especially now around Chinese New Year, is that people change, right? So they have different people coming into the factory from different places. They hire new employees, and they don't know anymore what exactly your order was, right? So now if you screw this up and you place your whole order again based on what happened before, but now there are new people and the red isn't red anymore, but it's pink. Oh man, so many things can happen. Okay, so that's the golden sample, that you always order your golden sample again before you place another order. Okay, so let's recap that real quick. Simple sample off the shelf from multiple suppliers just to see the quality. Based on this and the quotations, you choose your supplier. Number 2, customized sample. That sample you only get from the one supplier that you want to work with. And that's including your changes, packaging, logo, all of that stuff. And then third, there's the golden sample. Okay, the golden sample is then the sample that you're getting, that when you're placing your order, you have to get the golden sample again and again and again and again every time you place an order. Okay. I hope you like this. You can find a lot more about the whole sourcing process, about finding your supplier. I actually have a whole training. Just check the description below. Or if you say, well, look, all the sourcing stuff, I tried it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Nils, can you do it for me? Yes, we can do it. Find the links in the description, send me an email, and my team can handle that for you if you like. Other than that, make sure to subscribe to this channel because we're giving daily advice. This week we speak about sourcing agents a lot, so there's a lot of little things around that. Make sure you like this video and share it, and let me know in the comments actually what kind of questions do you have regarding sourcing, regarding finding your suppliers, sample, sourcing agents, anything in that space, or what e-commerce questions do you have? Just put them in the comments and I'll get back to them, answer them in the comments for you.